Mr. Malo Chinda joins us now. He's the Director of Field Operations, Dakuku Campaign Organization. Thank you for coming on this morning.
Thank you so much, Chamberlain, and thank you to all of you. Thank you, Nigeria.
Well, several accounts of what transpired is already out there. Let's hear from you what happened.
Well, I like to take it in the perspective that the elections have already started. The reason why I say so is because a candidate has got to share his programs to the people. A candidate has got to share his ambition with the people. It's only when you have done that that the people can now decide on whether to vote for you or not. So the rallies are an important and integral part of the election. That's where we had to go to Okrika. That's why we had to go to Okrika, because Okrika is part of River State. Ogumbolo is part of River State. And Dr. Dakuku Adol Peter's side had to go there because he had to try to see his people and tell them about his programs. Now, the first attempt to go to Okrika was in January, on the 24th of January. We got the police permit, we got the clearance, we'd gone there, set up our programs, set up our equipments and all that very early in the morning. Some bandits came, destroyed the whole place, shot. Everybody sporadically used bombs and scared everywhere. We left the place. We went back to
Were people there when that first shooting occurred?
People were there.
Did anybody die?
People got injured. Fortunately, nobody died. People got injured, and we went to the police. Police said, "Okay, don't worry." We reported to the police officially on it. Police said, "Don't worry, take another date." We took another date, which was now on the 12th. On the 12th of this month, February. On that 12th of February, we were told that no, the First Lady is coming to River State, so APC should not do any rally in that, especially her hometown. And APC gladly agreed. We said, okay, no problem. So police give us another day. The police now gave us this day that we went on the 16th.
So police picked this date?
The police picked the date, sitting down with us, picked the day with us. And the police told us that they were going to send their men a day to the rally to that place, and they did so. Because as a director of rallies and field operations, I tried to make sure that I moved my men a day to the rally day to make sure everybody is prepared and all that. So they did that, and police sent their men a day to the rally day. And on the morning of the rally, everybody started going there. It started very well. Dakuku Peter's side went to his alma mater, finished with his principal and the students. Then now he went to see the king of the community. He finished with him. Went, as usual, to the church for prayers before he would go for a rally. Then the bishop also prayed for him. But while he was in the church, the explosive had started going up. Incidentally,
Before he came
to the rally. 3 of them went up, and then, after some time, police had, tried to return normalcy to the place. We continued. Dakuku now came. Shortly after our prayers, the rally started. Then the heaven let loose. Hell let loose, rather.
As at the time he was in the church, before he came to the rally, when those 3 explosives went off.
Yes.
As the Director of Field Operations, what did you think? Did you advise them that we continue with the rally?
That was strictly for the police to advise, and the advice of the police was that, look, they could contain the situation, we should carry on with the rally. That was how we continued with the rally. And the rally went, well attended. People of Okrika came out in their numbers. And I think that some persons felt that, look, how can people come out like this in my place? And then they sent out the boys. They came out in their numbers. Police tried to stop them, but they couldn't. They outnumbered the police and overwhelmed the police, and then started shooting.
Okay, but before, because you said the January date that they had tried, you gone there, they came and disrupted it.
Yeah.
But at the time those 3 explosives went off, if you had said, okay, well, in the interest of lives of the people who are there for you, you will, although regrettably, just call it off. Would they have been out of place?
No, by the time these explosives were going up, Dakuku Peter's side was already in the church. And the church was a stone's throw from the arena of the program. So our plan was, okay, with the police, let's just hurriedly come, take the prayers, and then see how we could address the problem, and we go. So just shortly after, the explosives went off, this shooting started. What it means is that even though we had called off the rally, even on our way out of Okrika, the same thing would have still happened because it was a well-planned program.
You said you're as director of operations, you were there a day ahead.
Yeah, I sent my men a day ahead to the place. I wasn't there myself.
When you say you sent your men, what do you mean?
Those who send the materials that we use for the program, the canopies, the stage, the sound system, everything that will be needed for a successful rally.
Are you sure when these people went ahead, they did not go to instigate, to incite some of these things that happened?
That's which people now exactly.
Your men that you said you sent ahead?
No, how will they? These are men who go there and man canopies. That's what we do in every local government. Of course, these things are not things you can deploy in 1 minute. If you are going to hold a rally in a place, a big rally like that, you must prepare the arena at least a day before that day. That's what we do.
But, all right. Now, there are those who think that your party doesn't care for the people, because if you had been told, don't hold a rally in our community, and you insisted on holding a rally there, how much care have you shown to
I do not understand how we mean by this. Now, the people of Okrika, you saw them, how they came out. Does it mean that if 20 young men arm themselves and they say, oh no, don't come to our place?
Were they 20?
I say, supposing 20, 30 armed men come to a place and say, don't come to our place, then what it means is that should take this thing over 1,000 and thousands of people that are from Okrika. Okrika is part of Rivers. There should not be any part of the country where we say that people should not go to. There shouldn't be any part of the country where we say that bandits are holding sway. I do not think that it is right.
You had sorry,
and you know why we're saying this? What I describe as tragic comedy that's been going on in Rivers State is been on for years now. And we've been talking about it. In fact, even as I speak about this one now, what we are waiting for is the next one. This is not the first time channels, television crew members have been attacked.
Okay.
This one that is not it may not be the last until we rise up to the occasion of what is going on in Rivers State, because it looks like a state sponsored terrorism attack. Honestly,
you had security operatives there. You say you had the police. You had the police. You had the DSS.
Of course.
Did they do anything when?
Well, the police will always try their best, but I always tell media men when I speak to them, the police is handicapped. The army is handicapped. The Air Force is handicapped. The Navy is handicapped. Reason? They are posted by politicians. Reason? Just because they want the ascendancy of one man to the throne of the governorship of Rivers State.
I don't understand.
Hold on,
Mr. Chinda.
That is the real
Mr.
issue.
Chinda.
We may try to run away from
Chinda.
it, but that is the issue.
Mr. Chinda.
Could you hold on so he can get his questions in, please?
For the life of this country, I mean, military men, there's a hierarchy, there's an order which is followed. I mean, security operatives, they have a system of postings. And this has consistently been across the country. It's not just a Rivers State issue. So why would you be talking this way?
In Rivers State, a week, 2 weeks before any CP is posted there, even the market woman knows. You know why? Because the politicians will have held meetings, choose among all the CPs, the one they want to come to Rivers State, choose among all the commanders, the ones they want to come to Rivers State.
They'll go to the market women and tell them.
Even as Rivers,
they'll go to the market women and tell them that this is what we're sending
meeting, you tell your supporters, don't worry. The next person is coming that is going to be Chamberlain. The next person is going to be Maupe. And they all know, and we know, and incidentally it comes to pass. That is what's been going on. The IG's got to rise up to the occasion. The issue of Rivers, it's got to do that.
If you keep if it's the view of yourself or maybe who else there to keep saying that the police can only be there to install a certain person, but you'd say here now that the police did their best. They were there with you the first time. They were there with you the second time to help. They sent their men to protect you, yet you turn and accuse them of saying they are handicapped. So if that's the narrative or the impression you have of the police, how do you expect them to come there and do what they have to do?
Now, you know, after this whole sad incident, Dr. Dahu Peter Side also addressed a press conference where he commended the men of the police. They do not like what's going on because They had to rise to occasion because the battle had come to meet them. What we are talking about today in our country, probably there's no one problem that is bedeviling our country more than the issue of the Boko Haram insecurity. It started like this. It started by politicians arming youths. It started like this. And now they can no longer take the guns from them. That's how it started. It's exactly the same thing that's going on in River State. The men of the police saw that the boys were coming to kill them. And you can see that one of them is down, is to be buried. We are not sure that the other ones that are there will not even give up because they are quite critical cases. They are quite critical cases. You can see that the people who attacked your colleague came to kill him. That is the point of what we have. River State, because of the resilience of the